We had the Monster High movie that kicked off the new generation, and I thought it was okay, which honestly is better than what we were expecting. I saw a lot of people agreeing with me in the comments, and I saw a lot of people who were still upset at all the changes that they made, and absolutely nothing about this reboot can save it now. But the movie is the movie. We all knew it was gonna be like drinking cold medicine. Now, we have the animated series. The bread and butter of Monster High. Not the series part, the animated versus live action part, you know. So I think at this point the movies are actually more popular than the series that they released on YouTube. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. First episode aired for free on YouTube, which is becoming very typical nowadays. And I want to give you my first impressions on how I feel about the new series.
Hello, Eyeball. Mrs. O'Shriek wanted us to make an artistic representation of who you are. It shows the itty-bitty brain bits that went into my...
Oh, okay. Does Frankie have a vlog series? Are they an influencer? Are we really tossing that in so that we can connect with the kids because it's hip and groovy? Or is this just talking to the audience so that we can quickly catch up new fans? Because if we're just catching up new fans and this won't last long, I'm cool with it. If they're an influencer, that's lame. Dang, they got Kingdom Hearts shoes, freaking massive. Another thing that cracks me up is Frankie is the tallest in this series, but in the movie, they were the shortest, and I know you can't change the height of the actors, but still that tickles me. They're really leaning into Frankie having bits and pieces of other people's brains because they can see other people's memories. They need something to spark it, but it'll give them info on what they're looking for, and it creates this, like, mystery that they can solve.
Grab onto her fashionable and comfortable shoes!
Fashionable? Are you guys saying you're going to really focus on a fashion aspect, or is this just a one-liner? So what I'm following here is that Frankie is cursed because part of their brain is made up of someone else that's cursed. Now they're freaking out a little bit. Or they think they'll make mistakes and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of deal.
Wow, now that's a dumpster fire.
Yeah, just like my life. I already have hope for the quality of jokes in this series. That was good. I like that. It looks like this series is going to be 10 minutes an episode, which seems to be the new standard, and I don't have a problem with it. Well, I guess it's not the new standard for Monster High. I mean, the new standard for animated series airing on TV.
Contents and all associated curses expire December 31st, 1983. Your brain hasn't been cursed in a long time.
Yeah. That was obvious.
Maybe because everyone makes mistakes. Remember that time I called Headmistress Bloodgood Mommy?
Oh my goodness. This is painfully relatable. This gave me flashbacks. I mean, like, not only did I call one of my teachers mom, I also called another teacher that I really don't like dad. I wonder what that says about my parents. With the animated series and the clearly similar but better character design, I can enjoy these characters a lot more and treat them for what it is rather than compare it solely to the original. They focus on sprinkling jokes into the series, and the vibe is definitely different from the original, especially now that Frankie does brain blasts from Jimmy Neutron. I did expect this show to feel different since it's being done by Nickelodeon, so I really gotta try and think of this as a Nickelodeon show rather than a Monster High show, which will be hard.
So, thank you for coming to my Monster Minute for today. Journaling like this is a real zap!
Journaling! Okay, cool. We're cool. It's not cringy. It's actually very healthy. I can get behind this. And that's the end. Quick in and out sort of show. Very consumable. Not a lot to hate about it. But so far, there also isn't a lot to love about it. This was a very safe first episode, which surprises me because I would think that if it's the very beginning, you'd want to really have a big draw for the audience, but I'm pretty sure they assume that the movie is the really big hitter for them, which none of us really feel like that, but okay. All the while, all of us saw the live action and rolled our eyes, but was holding out hope that the animated series would be the real kicker out of all this. But that's just not how companies think. I mean, for the love of God, the CEO of Disney still thinks that animation is just for kids. I like Frankie being sort of clunky, both with their design and with their animation, because now that I think about it, that only makes more sense for them to be non-binary, since they don't feel right in their own body and everything feels sort of off, which is so relatable for me. That alone, I mean, like, I was trying so hard not to make the only non-binary character my favorite. However, That's becoming very hard. We haven't gotten to explore much of Draculaura, so I'm gonna glaze over her right now. All I can say is that I like her new outfit. Out of all the character design changes, I think hers is actually the strongest, regardless of how you feel about her being a witch now. And when it comes to Claudine, I can see that they're trying to make them look more like actual kids, so that the actual kids watching this series can relate to them more. Because, and I've said this before, no one in Monster High in the original series looked like they were supposed to be in school. I don't think anyone cared, and I didn't really care all that much, I just pointed it out. But thinking of it more along the lines of straying away from assuming all girls need to be high femme makes this a little bit more palatable, though most everyone felt Monster High was more of a celebration of fashion and femininity, especially since they're fashion dolls, or at least they were fashion dolls. Now, we'll have to wait and see about that. I plan to do a video going and getting the dolls and coming back. I was planning to do it in this video, but I just didn't have time. I'm feeling a little better about Monster High now. It's not what we wanted, though I kind of assumed we wouldn't get what we wanted, but I still have a hard time seeing it as bad. And given that this year the Halloween spirit for me was absolutely abysmal, I really needed something. Frankly, I'm just glad this exists right now, especially with all the stores deciding to put up the Halloween stuff and then immediately the Christmas stuff, because it's like, Halloween isn't as profitable as Christmas. Let's just give them some little stuff that they want and then redouble our efforts into Christmas. And I'm like, why have you done this to me? Look at me. You really think I'm a Christmas sort of person? No. Halloween is my holiday. I'll be doing more videos on the Monster High series as it continues to release. So if you want more content, then subscribe and check out my channel and other content that I've made on Monster High previously. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay beautiful and keep playing.